Yeah, he has a friend that's a member and they just went down and fish and.
Heather's not coming for that Fresca's yours.
Is that true?
Yes.
Not coming here.
Don't have.
I'm not excited about that, but I am excited about the Fresca.
Yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to take it. Maybe we can probably get free.
I was looking at it, yeah. Yeah, great.
Right.
Okay, I'll remember this for next time.
Like, run that for, but I wanted to do like.
See, this is what it's like.
What I
Remember, Andrew Turtles and.
You can write it down. I mean,
Yeah, there you go. Thank you,
I
Dave.
have a book with.
Hey, she doesn't have her yellow sticky notes. She doesn't have a minute piece of paper to
I
write.
mean, this is,
Yes.
my external hard drive.
I can read.
It goes in
That's
the
the
book.
way.
That's the way.
This is the way. She has a process. She doesn't like for process to be clever.
Four, different shapes.
Things are.
So that means it's open for comment all the time. Like you next to your list.
So,
I said, maybe, you know, it's gonna stick me on another page.
Tim slipped.
It's not.
Oh.
I guess all the other. It's been a great.
The engineer in you has to be screaming. We never have to order paper.
Our papers are in the wrong spot.
They gotta
You're
recycle.
kidding. Yes. Oh, this is crazy. They're horrible.
Yeah.
There's no.
You know it?
Sure they're set in the right eye setting
I
or.
didn't know. Those are little, safety awards for your
Oh, I see now.
hands-free.
was great. And the first day in the rest.
Thank you for being with
That's
us.
what
You're
we
one
should be
month
on.
for 2 hours.
Okay. Thank you.
All the time. Yes.
Girl fighting for
Yeah, this is the second.
Hey, we actually get on. I
Something that.
Not on yet. You're on.
Yes, you did. No, I didn't. I just said hello and not fine. You are talking to the office. I don't want to jump between you.
Do we have anybody
Dave's tough.
Back in the day.
dialed in?
That's.
Dial in, we have Seth and Latrice.
Because it's getting close.
It's getting close. You're right about that.
It's time.
Actually, it's really close, Rich.
Cheryl's in the lobby.
Yeah, he's only like 42 years old, but
That's there.
you have to be unleashed to do.
So we have, oh, else here too?
Other guys had.
Yep, so we're just missing, Heather.
Latisse.
We're just missing Heather.
Okay, it's 3:30. We'll bring this meeting to order. We can stand with the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Kim, could you take?
Mr. Berquist,
Here.
Ms. Dix,
Present.
Ms. Harrington is absent. Mr. Hilliard,
Here,
Latrice?
Here.
Mr. Claus,
Here.
Mr. Trot,
here.
Mr. Wagner,
Here.
Mr. Willis.
Here.
Thank you.
Did everyone get to look at the minutes from our April 23rd meeting? Any concerns or corrections? Any motion to accept?
So moved. Second.
Okay,
Ms. Dix,
Yes.
Hilliard,
Yes,
Claus,
Yes.
Claus,
Yes.
Mr. Trot,
yes.
yes,
Mr. Willis,
Yes.
Mr. Berquist.
Yes.
Thank you.
that's going to take us to public comments. And if you want to make any comments, you have to sign in.
I am signed in.
You have signed in?
We have
My
one
name's
here.
on the
Okay,
form.
and-
Yep.
What did you say?
Yes, I have signed in.
Statement regarding public participation. We thank all the members of the public for coming to our meeting today. The Board of Erie Water Works encourages members of the public to come to its meetings and present any communications of interest to the Erie Water Works. However, Certain procedures must be followed in order to maintain the civility of this public meeting. Each speaker will have 5 minutes. The board secretary is timing each speaker, and when your time is concluded, please end your public comment. Further, this meeting is not a question and answer session, and members of the board may not answer any questions posed to them during the public comment period. The board chairman or solicitor will declare individuals out of order if the speaker strays from the topic or becomes slanderous or obscene. Those speakers declared out of order will be prevented from speaking further at the meeting. We thank you again for attending this meeting and look forward to your comments. So that will take us to,
Am I the only one?
Yes.
I believe,
Lovely. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Leslie Alexander. I hold a PhD in environmental epidemiology. I'm very interested in the link between the environment and our health, not just of the planet, but of people living here in Erie. And I've been here before and I've raised a concern around the use of fluoride in Erie's public waters. Fluoride is a known neurotoxin. And again, I'm here to advocate for its removal from the water supply. And second, while I did hear the chairperson say that this is not a place for question and answer, I am in the process of taking the public survey that Erie Waterworks has online. And my second comment is, as a member of the public, I wish for the ability to ask and have answered questions by the board at a monthly meeting, either here in situ or as a follow-up, because there's no call and response. So it seems like almost for me a very empty gesture to say we're encouraged to come here and talk with the board, but there's no recourse in terms of getting information. An example of this is I asked for a tour of the waterworks here on this site, and that was denied to me because I'm not a member, quote unquote, of a group. I asked how big a group need be. I didn't get an adequate reply. I was invited to a tour the end of May, I think it was, or
May 9th.
May 9th, somewhere else. And can I engage with you?
No.
Right. Thank you.
and this is just a comment, call customer service. They're always available. And any questions you have, direct them to customer service and hopefully they can provide you with the answer. And if they can't, they're not comfortable with the answer they're trying to provide you, and customer service can engage us and we can give customer service the answer they need. But, and I'd use that avenue if you're so inclined.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It'll look nowhere to her. What's,
That was an error.
What's that?
I don't, who was that?
I think we should someone who came from the university background.
All right, we'll just Cheryl, I think. Kathy, you have anything for us today?
No comment.
Thanks. Well, that's going to take us to the CEO report. Mr. Palmer.
Yes, thank you, Chairman Wagner. I'll kick it off by introducing one of our new team members. Matthew Dutka is our new GIS analyst, and we're very excited to have him on board. He's been on board about a month now, and he has a bachelor's in what did I say? A bachelor's in science degree in environmental, geographical, and geological sciences from Bloomsburg University. He spent time as a GIS technician in Lancaster County, and then a few years as a transportation planning specialist with PennDOT. And he's going to be working really in depth with the GIS and, our lead line service line inventory, as well as how we manage that lead construction out in the field through tablets and all those other things. So we're pleased to have his expertise with us and welcome him to the organization.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Welcome.
Yeah, it's nice to have you, and good luck with your new career with the waterworks.
Yeah,
And
that's
we're glad to have you.
Yeah, it's a great team. Everyone I've met here is awesome. So I'm happy to be aboard.
Good, good, and we're glad to have you.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, all good. All good. Get back to work. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Let's see, we have some fun things that happened as part of Drinking Water Week. We started out with our ribbon cutting ceremony at our Asbury Tanks Pump Station. You can see up on the screen, those are some snapshots of it. Obviously, we had a good showing for those that were there. Senator Laughlin, some representatives from Representative Bizarro's office, Brandon Linton from PetVest. And so top left, we obviously have the board and Brandon Linton on the left. The bottom right is kind of the engineering team, mostly within Erie Waterworks that assisted with that, but also Eddie Trezak from KLH Engineers, who was on site and very involved in that project. So it was a great opportunity to celebrate the investment we made in truly regional assets, and it was a great day for it as well. We then hosted our first ever Drinking Water Festival at our Wojaleski Water Treatment Plant on Summerheim Drive. Just a few pictures here. Lots of things happening on the site. Fire truck, Mill Creek Police had their SWAT vehicle there. We had food trucks. We had heavy equipment there. Kids, a lot of horns beeping. Kids climbing up in there with our help. It was all safe. We had Dan, our safety man inside the building, helping out, making sure we had kind of an abbreviated tour. Certainly we didn't have the whole thing open, but you could see the operators center, the big pumps, the membrane treatments, and we had very helpful and explanatory kind of storyboards on like our laboratory, our generators, things like that people still got to kind of see what that looked like and talk about it. And so down in the middle here, Mayor Devlin was kind enough to make a visit and a proclamation making it Drinking Water Week. We have one of our new Mill Creek supervisors, Dr. Kylie Morris, who made a visit as well. And of course, our wonderful liaison, Kathy, made an appearance, and my doppelganger, Jim Wirtz, was also present, which was nice. So great day for it. Definitely something we're going to do again. And the feedback we got from customers was tremendous. They just couldn't believe what they saw and how really fascinating it was. So I think we won some people over that day. And this little picture bottom right, this was our prior water quality manager for 32 years. And as you may recall, we put a new laboratory in at this facility in 23, and he hadn't seen it yet. So he showed up and said, "Are you giving tours of the lab?" And I said, "No." He said, "Okay, I'll leave." And it was like 1:30. So I took him on a private tour of the lab so he could see it. So he appreciated that. And next up, well, before we get to that, we did have we did do a beach cleanup as well, and picked up less trash than we did last year. We only got about 200 pounds. The year before we got 424, so we're gaining on it. We did kind of the cleanup all along our property here. But we collected far more cigarette butts and other plastic items as well. So unfortunately, every little bit helps, and the team was glad to do that. In terms of some community engagement activities, I did host the Erie Ambassadors for a tour. There's over 30 individuals. I think it's their largest kind of cohort of ambassadors. And it's through the Regional Chamber and Growth Partnership. I did this program 15 years ago, and and they all told me it was their favorite tour of all the places they've been on the ambassador stuff, which I wasn't surprised. But they got to see a lot of things there and learn a lot about it as well. So kind of fun thing to do. And then let's see, some other things we did. I did meet with local DCED Regional Director Christy Martone to talk about opportunities. You know, we do get grant dollars from DCED. We've always kind of done that in a personal way with Harrisburg, and you know, now realizing we have an active director, that position was vacant for a period. Engaging with her to make sure that we're talking and looking at the right things at the right time. And then I participated in what they kind of billed as Erie Day in Harrisburg. That was May 4th to the 5th, and that was where we had really a big delegation from Erie kind of storm the Capitol in a good way. We had, I think, the largest group ever in the governor's reception room. We kind of kicked it off with a meeting with most of the governor's high-level secretaries. And it was all about kind of speaking kind of in a unified front. You know, Erie is the swing county and the swing state. And, you know, we want to be heard in Harrisburg and have the presence known. So there was then some very specific meetings with legislators, not only our local ones, but others throughout the state, that we were able to kind of communicate some of our needs and asks as well. So I think that was a pretty successful visit. And beyond that, industry engagement, we do have upcoming June 11th, the Pennsylvania Municipal Authorities Association Region 8 dinner. We're going to do that at Asbury Woods Nature Center, and in part to allow visitors as well to take a look at the pump station there. You know, we have a kind of an open house there for a little bit to start, and then we'll have dinner and some speakers. We have Representative Pat Harkins who will be talking about some legislative priorities. He's also the one who proposed that House bill called Jake's Law that would require authorities to meet OSHA requirements. And as you know, we're on our own taking steps to meet OSHA compliance. But I thought it was a timely thing that local agencies and authorities might find interesting to hear directly from that bill sponsor, and as an authorities association to really start getting our legislators more involved in our region and what our priorities are as well. So that's coming up. Lastly, or maybe not lastly, we do have a pension committee meeting Tuesday, June 2nd coming up. Something that was just announced yesterday, the EPA made announcements for appropriations of dollars for the state revolving loan funds, as well as lead service line replacement. And 2.9 billion was appropriated for this year. Pennsylvania is receiving, I think, the fifth highest amount, over $188 million. And so I think that bodes well with one of the items we're going to be talking about that's applying for galvanized requiring replacement phase 6. That's on the agenda today, and happy to have heard that announcement as well. And then lastly, I just wanted to make mention, tomorrow is my 20th anniversary with the Erie Waterworks, and I just wanted to say that it's been my privilege working for the organization, this board, and our community. And I cannot commit to another 20, but I can commit to a very long time. Let's put it that way. So as long as you'll have me. So just wanted to make that comment and thank the board. Kim hung up all kinds of young looking pictures of me yesterday for our management meeting. And yeah, it brought me back. So, but happy to answer any questions on the report.
Anybody have anything?
I have two questions.
Go ahead, Cheryl.
Yes. Concerning the water fountain, informational, installations, have there been any more? Or can we see those, find those in any other occasion? And were they part of the drinking water day kind of a recap or demonstration? And the second would be about the Region 8 spring event. Has there been, has there been any correspondence on participating on any of the things that are available there from the board member standpoint?
Oh, well, okay, so let me start. The Region 8 meeting is not the annual conference. That's in September. And we will be getting information out to you on the agenda, the topics and sessions that might be of interest to the board.
Okay, thanks.
So yes, we will be getting information out on that. In terms of the TAP 814 fountain installations, we are working with Gannon, as you may know, on some fountains. One of the fountains installs was done outside the Yale Ballroom, but it wasn't communicated very well, so we didn't really get a chance to highlight that. And the remaining installations are happening in the near future. So I'll do a report out on that progress at the next board meeting.
Thank you for the two.
But we are making progress, and you made me look back up at the CEO report, and one thing I didn't mention was we did last evening have a panel discussion that was sponsored by the Penn State Black School of Business. It was entitled Erie's Water Advantage, How Freshwater Can Power Industry Jobs and Regional Renewal. And that was at the Marquette Learning Innovation Center. I think we had about 50 or so registered. And it was a panel of myself, Chris Groner, who's the Director of Administration for the county, but also an expert in the economic development space, and a famed economist named Willem Buiter, who was a professor at Cambridge, a global chief economist for Citigroup for 10 years and on and on. So it was an engaging discussion. It was supposed to be till about 6:10, and people hung around till about 6:45 they couldn't get enough water. And so we had a great time, didn't we, Mr. Wagner?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was good. It was good.
Nobody threw anything at me, and hopefully, but it was good. It was a good community discussion.
You represent. Well,
Yeah, thank you.
And from that meeting, listening to Chris Groner in particular, when I think of the city, was built out in the 20s and the 30s, when there weren't any controls basically over disposing of hazardous waste. I can think of a couple of golf courses that were hazardous waste sites in Erie, and 10th, kind of towards East Avenue, the Hammer Mill site, and probably everybody, the Coke plant and the gas. And he was talking about getting people to come here. And last night I was thinking about it, and the remediation that's involved with like cleaning up these sites. If you started with a fresh, clean site, what you would build there is cheaper than the remediation of trying to clean up a Coke plant, for instance. And why I'm saying all this is that just makes me more enthusiastic about what we're doing. And some people call it sprawl, I call it growth. And we need to get up there where there's some good areas to develop. And with the standards that are in place now, it'll never get turned into a brownfield site because we're much more careful. And we need to get the water up there, but that came from that meeting, and it was good. And but that was something I thought about last night, because I came from a dirty site, and so I'm pretty familiar with it. But that's all I had for that. Okay. Any other questions? That'll take us to Mr. Pilatus and the finance.
Good afternoon, everybody. We had our regular finance committee, May 19th. In attendance was myself, Ms. Jones, Mr. Wagner, Mr. Palmer, and Ms. Valerio. Look to the highlights here. Our April revenues were at 33.8 million, which was 95% of budget. Our expenditures, including debt services, were 4 million or 95% of budget. Our April deficit was at 189,000 versus a budgeted deficit of 162,000. Looking in the graphs ahead, we're projected for another small ore wash coming up next month, and then from that, the increased summer water sales shall carry us to keep adding to our surplus. Our year-to-date surplus is at 653,000, slightly below the budget of 771,000. Our debt service coverage is phenomenal at 127%. It remains above the requirement of 120%. We reviewed the water sales accounts receivable, and as of April, the total accounts receivable balance was 5.8, which is 500,000 decrease from the previous month, and that was across all the categories, if I remember correctly. Capital improvement expenditures as of April 30th, approximately 3 million was invested in the water system. April's current funding related to planned future expenditure reflects a positive balance of 3.9 million at month's end. We're going to have 3 resolutions that we're going to vote on. First is the resolution for restoration of sidewalks, curbs, and driveways. The second one is for ductile iron pipe, and then, as always, the third, the ratification of the staff monthly invoice payments. We reviewed the check register, the commercial and invest check register as of April 2026. That concludes the finance committee report. Any questions? Comments? Excuse me. Okay, moving ahead to page 10. Erie Waterworks award bids ductile iron pipe. Restoration of sidewalk, curbs, and driveways. So resolved by the Erie Board of the Erie Waterworks that the Chief Executive Officer is authorized to enter into contract with the following companies detailed on the attached bid tabulations. Bid number 2206 ductile iron pipe was Ferguson Waterworks, Oakdale, PA. In bid 22601 restoration of sidewalks, curbs, and driveways, Empire Snow Management, Waterford, PA, in Jim Brozell Construction LLC, Waterford, PA. This resolution authorizes awards to the lowest responsible bidders, and this is the recommendation of the Finance Committee, and I so move.
Second.
Any questions? Kim?
Mr. Hilliard,
Yes.
Ms. Jones,
Yes.
Mr. Pilatus,
Yes.
Mr. Trot,
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Willis,
Yes.
Mr. Berquist,
Yes.
Ms. Dix.
Yes.
All right, moving on to the next resolution is on page 16 of the packet. Resolution 05126-02, ratification of staff payment of invoices. Resolved that the Board of the Erie Waterworks ratifies the staff decision to make payment of invoices during the month of April 2026. The Finance Committee received and reviewed a list of checks and electronic fund transfers that were processed during the month of April. The Finance Committee hereby recommends board ratification of the staff decision to make payments of these invoices, and I so move.
Second.
Any questions, concerns? Hearing none, Kim?
Ms. Jones,
Yes.
Mr. Pilatus,
Yes.
Mr. Trot,
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Willis,
Yes.
Mr. Berquist,
Yes.
Ms. Dix,
Yes.
Mr. Hilliard.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Pilatus.
And that concludes the business of the finance.
That's going to take us to Mr. Willis.
All right, thank you, Mr. Wagner. For the for the Capital Improvements Committee, attendees were myself, Mr. Wagner, Ms. Dix, and Mr. Trot. And then from the Erie Waterworks staff was Craig Palmer and Chad Ellsworth, and from KLH Engineers, Rob Forbat. On the order of bids, CoStar's quotes and professional service agreements, CoStar's quote was received for the RSW water treatment or WTP low duty variable frequency drives project. Kalich Engineers provided an engineering estimate for service proposal for the service line replacement project. Customer size galvanized requirement replacement phase 6, and a resolution will be provided for the board's consideration to fund both of those. The Pinvest service line replacement project, customer side galvanized requiring replacement phase 6, a letter of responsibility was discussed and would be provided for the board's consideration along with a resolution to apply. On the project spotlight, we spoke mainly about the Asbury pump station completion and the ribbon cutting ceremony. In terms of April financials, Erie Waterworks spent just under $738,000 on capital projects, while PayGo equaled just over $38,000 for a total investment of just over $776,000. Thus far for the year, just shy of $3 million. In terms of project updates, the detailed status report is provided in the packet, but a brief summary: 6B pump station is at the material and equipment submittal phase. The service line connection project phase 3 is 449 in-house and 597 underground inspections, 130 abandonments, and 355 replacements on the two sides, Erie Waterworks side and customer side. Service connection replacement phase 4 through April 2026. This is Shivers, and there 1,656 in-house, 1,689 underground investigations, 67 abandonments, and just over 1,200 Erie Waterworks connections and just under 1,400 customer side connections were replaced. Service side replacement, customer side phase 1. Consoles completed mainly just investigations, 335 in-house and 295 underground. Again, for phase 2, Shivers has completed mostly investigations at this point, 523 in-house and 712 underground. Customer side replacement phase 3, that work is anticipated in August. Phase 4, the closing just occurred. And then for the booster tank, Erie Waterworks executed the real estate purchase agreement and is working with the seller and lender in terms of leasing the parcel on loan collateral. And the subdivisions are on plan for May 11th. They were on plan for May 11th at Summit Township. And now I think it's at the Summit Township Supervisors. That it passed there too, so Okay. it's on to Erie County for recording.
On to Erie County, sweet. So that's all moving quickly. And then 12th Street facility building improvements, the Pinvest funding application was approved at the April 15th Pinvest board meeting. The architectural design is being finished with Weber Murphy Fox. Any questions before I move on to resolutions? Okay, hearing none. Erie Waterworks authorization to seek Pinvest financing service line replacement project customer side galvanized requiring replacement phase 6. Resolved by the board of Erie, resolved by the board of the Erie City Water Authority that the chief executive officer is authorized to submit financial assistance application and any other pertinent information to the Pennsylvania Infrastructure Investment Authority or Pinvest. Substantially in the order to form presented. Jesus.
I think I started it and passed it along to you.
Substantially in the form presented at this meeting for the purpose of financing infrastructure renewal specific to customer side service line replacement. Appropriate officers of the Erie Waterworks are hereby authorized to execute all certifications and documentation required in connection to the application. Explanation: the board authorizations required for Pinvest in order to apply for financing as part of the drinking water and clean water state revolving funds programs. This is the recommendation of the CIP committee, and I so move.
Second.
Thanks.
Pretty standard requirements, correct?
Absolutely.
Questions? Hearing none. Kim?
Mr. Pilatus?
Yes.
Mr. Trot?
Yes.
Wagner?
Yes.
Mr. Willis?
Yes.
Mr. Berquist?
Yes.
Ms. Dick?
Yes.
Mr. Hilliard?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, next resolution, Erie Waterworks, award of co-stars and professional service contracts. RSW, water treatment, low duty variable pump frequency drives, service line, and the service line replacement, customer side galvanized requirement replacement phase 6. Both in one resolution. So resolved by the Board of Erie Waterworks that the Chief Executive Officer is authorized to enter into contract and professional service agreement related to the following projects as detailed below. Explanation, this resolution authorizes contract execution for the above referenced projects. The RSW water treatment plant, low duty variable frequency drives project, and the Erie Waterworks has been awarded a PA small water and sewer grant for the replacement of the existing variable frequency drives, which are past their useful life. The required grant matching funds will be a capitalized expense. And for the service line replacement project, customer side galvanized requiring replacement phase 6, Erie Waterworks is applying for a $10 million Pinvest grant, low interest loan to allow for the replacement of approximately 1,250 customer side galvanized lines in the city of Erie. And this funding is for the design and permitting of that. So this is the recommendation of the CIP committee, and I so move.
Second.
Second.
Just a bit of a reminder, a few months ago, we had a emergency order of a variable frequency drive that we had to do at the low duty cycle pumps. And so this is to update the rest of them to avoid that in the future. Just wanted to have that context.
And one other thing came out at the CIP meeting about those drives. As we move closer to the Chestnut Street project, we want to build as much reliability into these drives as possible so that we couldn't afford to have a failure with these drives and not have Chestnut Street, because Chestnut Street's going to be limited or disabled for a certain amount of time. So we want to make sure that our equipment is as reliable as possible so that Craig can go to sleep at night.
Yeah, and there is some redundancy there where we have more drives than we need, but we can't have all of them all on the virgin fit area.
Yeah. And to add to that, we did receive about $227,000 in grant money for this project. So originally it was planned as a Pinvest project. We came through with grant money, and so we're going to fund that differential with some cash reserves that are allocated for capital projects. So it's a great project overall.
Any other questions? Hearing none, Kim?
Mr. Trot?
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Willis?
Yes.
Mr. Berquist?
Yes.
Ms. Dix?
Yes.
Mr. Hilliard?
Yes.
Ms. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Pilatus?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks everyone for surviving my inability to speak today, and that concludes our report.
Thank you, Jeff. That's going to take us to old business, and there isn't any. That'll take us to Mr. Wachter,
I was happy to
solicitors.
I'm happy to report that last night we presented for first reading to City Council, the Local Government Unit Debt Act approvals for the galvanized service line replacement project phase 5 and the West 12th Street maintenance facility renovation and distribution system programmatic financing applications to Pinvest have passed first reading and will be considered for final approval on June 3rd. With respect to more financing, we've received some proposals and term sheets by First National Bank relative to a multiple drawdown loan to fund the engineering services relative to the Chestnut Street water treatment plant, and then also a revolving line of credit. We're working on preparing those draft closing documents as well. I am pleased to report that we've delivered another check to the Erie Waterworks and gross settlement amount, net settlement amount of $544,130, which is a recent PFAS multi-district litigation settlement that brings our total collections thus far to $4.5 million. Lastly, with respect to leak filter, which was a contractor we've spoken with the last few months, they responded in writing, acknowledging concerns relative to safety and security, but without acknowledging any responsibility for the situation that we had previously identified. I would not expect them to accept any responsibility for that or the like, but nonetheless, I consider the matter to be closed, and they just say they got our point with respect to our concern with safety and security for the water customers.
Thank you, Mr. Walker. Any questions from Mr. Walker? Hearing none. Nothing to approve, right, Kim? That's going to take us to new business. And Greg, you kind of stole my thunder a little bit. Tomorrow is his 20-year anniversary. And later this year, yeah, that's right, yeah, thank you. Later this year, there'll be a celebration of all the employees that work for the water department that have reached certain milestones, and they have a party for them, and Craig will be recognized at that time. But I thought it would be important for the board to give them an attaboy for 20 years of great service. The leadership you've shown from I didn't know you when you first got here, but you've managed to work your way up to the top job. And that's not by accident. That's by dedication, skill, and a love for water, which I firmly believe you have. And it's nice to be a part of it. I hope you stay here as long as you need us and need the water department, and retire when it's time. And the other thing is, and it steals just a little bit of thunder from your 20-year, it's that 25-year wedding anniversary, which is occurring. He's going on vacation to celebrate his 25 years of marriage. And I want to let you know that we contacted the Vatican because we asked if brandy couldn't be considered for saint water. For 25-year dedication to your.
She just needs that third miracle, right? Just looking for the third.
So hopefully it'll happen on vacation.
So,
Document it well.
Yeah, and you know, when you have a job, it is a family, you know, and there's benefits. Your wife has benefits from you being here. So, you know, it's when we have that other celebration, the families are there, the wives are there, the employees are there. So you recognize the other half that makes that employee maybe get out of bed and come to work, maybe when he doesn't want to, he or she. And so it's nice to be able to recognize the wife too. But 20 years, 25 years of matrimony, you're doing it right. So thank you.
Thank you.
And, if anyone wants to say anything to him, you can.
It's my daughter's 21st birthday or 24th birthday today too. So
Okay.
30. Yeah, right. So lots of things to celebrate.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, and good for you. But that's going to take us to our adjournment. And
Will he swim in at Sigsbee Reservoir?
Yeah.
not in 6, we drink out of that.
No swim. But that'll take us to adjournment, and looking for a motion to adjourn.
So
So moved.
We got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, that's it. Thank you, everybody.
thanks, everybody.
Okay.